guys, welcome to our very first YouTube video. We're hoping that it's going to be one of very many. So today we're going to take a look at my son's Xinlehong Q903. It is a stunt truggy, 1/16 scale, and let's just take a look at some of the specs. Here we have the accused. This is the Xinlehong. Take a look underneath the bonnet. Alright, so what we have done here is these come with shocks that are not oil filled, and you cannot fill them. They are just a screw head piston. So what I have done is I found a set of shocks from RC all-wheel drive, RC AWD as it would be, and they are oil filled. They have good seals in them. They're fully metal construction. The rod ends, of course, are plastic, which I prefer anyway. That helps protect these the shock shafts from bending. So, but anyway, they have threaded shock bodies, fully adjustable. They're pretty tough so far. I have 1000 CST shock oil. They absorb very well. Okay, so that, along with the other modification that we have done, is inside we have a Robinson Racing hardened 15-tooth steel pinion. Now, this thing comes with a brass pinion from the factory, and it is a 13-tooth. If you are wondering, it is 0.8 module. So if you are wanting to gear up your Xinlehong, the way you do that is get a 0.8 module pinion. So that will get you the proper mesh. I did have to modify the motor mount. There are two different mount locations on this motor. One has a very far spread and the other one is more narrow. Now, there are 3 bolt holes in this motor mount. Stock utilizes 2 of them, so you don't have to worry about that because you can move them around, and that's exactly what I've done. I moved them around a little bit, and then I had to actually trim the motor mount. Maybe one of these days I'll get it out of here. No. The concentration is real. 2S lipo. Junk, but here we go. Boom!
Let's test.
So here we have the brand new ESC, which you have already seen my son fitting himself. By the way, today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Bubba. We love you. We just got it from Amazon. It's just a stock replacement. It has the receiver integrated into the ESC, so it's an integrated system. Now, it does use a proper 3-wire steering servo with a good servo saver, which is very surprising. I mean, this truck, I'm very impressed with this truck. Look how bendy these bumpers are. Ooh, 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 ooh. The tires, very good squish. I'm not absolutely sure how good the foams are. They're very soft, but this is a light truck, so if you're going to get some grip and have a little bit of absorbent, you're going to have some very light foams in these things. Now, one of the things I did have to do, you can see there, it was quick and dirty. I did get some of these tires blowing off the rim, especially on 3S. So this comes with stock with a 2S battery. It's right there. It's a 2S lipo. But I did get some Turnigy 3S batteries. They don't fit very well, but I'll show you later whenever we get to the skate park how that works. On the stock 2S battery, it does use the wheelie bar even with stock gearing, but especially with that 15-tooth pinion. So we've got 15-tooth pinion. We've got the threaded oil-filled shocks, 1000 CST. We re-glued the tires because they weren't glued very well from the factory. The outsides were. They're pretty glued on. I've not touched these, but the insides came off really quickly. So I would suggest gluing the tires, and this thing is 3S capable from the factory, so I'll get some 3S batteries. This is the stock ESC. if you can see right here, that MOSFET right there has blown the insides out. Alright, here we go. Stock 2S battery. We're going to check and see if we've got it fixed. You ready? Go. Oh, there it is. It's going. Here are the Turnigy 3S batteries. As you can see, physically they're a little bit larger than the stock battery. Here you go. So these come with an XT30 connector. Focus! These come with an XT30 connector. The truck is Dean's, so you just get these sweet little adapters, or you can make your own. So on 3S, this truck is nutty. You'll see once we get to the skate park, but it's quite the performer. And here's my bodge job of a battery tie down. This is the stock battery tie down. I just shove it under the center brace and lever it on top of the motor here. So it holds it in really well. I have had to modify right here on the frame rail. You can see I've ground some of this down right here, but I also ground a little bit down on the center brace on this side, just to get a little bit of clearance to help get the battery down in there. But it's quite a bit larger than the stock battery. You can see right here, here's the stock battery thickness. You can see it's about twice as thick as the stock battery, but it still works, and it's totally worth it. Now it is a smaller milliamp hour, but you can get 2 of these for less than 30 bucks shipped, so it's worth the money. These are 1,000 milliamp hour stock 2S. They don't have a lot of punch. These batteries are 60C with 120C burst. You can see right there. I do want to talk about this radio though, because it's actually very nice. It feels decent. I mean, it doesn't feel super cheap. There's a little bit of weight to it. It's not going to be like your Sanwa or your higher end Spectrums or anything like that, but it's got decent spring on the trigger. It's got very good spring on the wheel, and the wheel is actually foam covered. You see that? This reminds me a lot of Fly Sky radios, so it may actually be a Fly Sky. It takes 3 AA batteries. It's it's got a nice feel to it. The trigger's good. It's smooth. If you need to do one-handed driving, it's a little bit of a reach, but it can be done. You just have to reposition your hand a little bit, but you can one-hand drive it if you need to. But I'm not going to be driving today. My son is. All right, here we are on location. We got the skate park there. We also have, that is a basketball court. Down there is a tennis court. There's a big kick up, and you can jump all the way over with a bigger RA scale. My Creighton does it, but go all the way across. We're going to see how this little Jones gets on at the skate park and the big jump. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Birthday boy right here. It's Isaac. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Drop down in the comments below. Say, hey, happy birthday, buddy. All right, let's get... All right, nail it. Woohoo! Standing backflip, tumble wumble. Okay. All right, let's go. All right. Go. Oh my gosh. My goodness. Guys, first bit of damage here. You can see how this shock cap, how that's recessed just a little bit. There's a reason for that. That actually popped out. So we're still doing a review on these shocks. They seem pretty good. It was a really hard hit. We sent it off of this big quarter pipe here, and it landed nose first right here. But that is the only damage. It still works fine. So far this thing's tough. Listen to that racket over there. All right, go for it. Nice throttle control. He's 8, by the way.
I ran my battery dead.
Oh, so it was an eventful day. It was okay. As soon as we landed that last jump that you just saw a video clip of, it stopped. Throttle won't do anything. I know 3S is a good bit for this ESC because it's only 35 amp, so maybe it overheated, I don't know. So we're going to wait and see here in a little bit if it still works. If not, I guess we'll have to order yet another ESC. So we may be finding one of the weak spots of this unit. Alright guys, we have a good day at the skate park bashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're bringing back a broken truck, aren't we?
Yeah.
But the 2 toy crates made it out just fine. So, what do you think of the Xinlehong Q903 so far? Is it good?
Yeah.
ESC might be a little bit of a weak spot though, right?
Yeah.
We'll get it figured out though. Until next time, later.